Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This week we're in Lyon, and more specifically, today we're atop Old Lyon. The agenda is to visit this city's Gallo-Roman Museum, as well as the Roman ruins located right next to it. We made it to this high point of the city the easy way. From the Old Lyon metro station near St. John's Cathedral, we hopped on the funicular to ascend to the top. We took the Saint-Just line and exited at the first stop where the ruins and museum are located. I mention this because there are two funicular lines heading up the hill. The one we're on now, and the one that takes passengers closer to the Basilica of Our Lady, another site that will be on your list of places to visit when you're in town. Today, we went up via one track and explored the Roman ruins. From there, we walked over to see the Basilica and then headed back down to Old Lyon on the other line. Here's the Roman Theater, one of two you can explore free of charge. I think the first stop should be the museum so you can learn a bit more about the history of this place as well as get an understanding of what you're walking through. This is the museum right here, mostly hidden inside the hillside. Design-wise, this is a great idea as it doesn't take away from the Roman aesthetic of this site. You know it's back there from the exposed windows, and it doesn't overwhelm the history around you with 20th century architecture. Now's a good time to let you know that when we got to town, we purchased the Lyon Card, which among so many other perks, got us up here on the funicular and got us into the museum. Depending on how long you'll be in the city, you can purchase the card for various lengths of time. Be sure to stop in the Visitor Information Center at Place Bellecour to purchase or ask any questions about the benefits. More on the Lyon Card in a future video. Let's head into the museum and see a few exhibits that provide the history of where we are and what we're seeing. The museum is designed to have visitors walk down through the various floors and learn more about ancient Lyon through artifacts that have been discovered in this region. Lyon was founded in 43 BC. Before it was called Lyon, it was called Lugdunum, which is where this museum gets its name. And before that, it was called Colonia Copia Felix Munatius. That translates into the happy colony of Munatius, as General Lucius Munatius Plancus was asked to found a location in this region. It was determined that a good place for this colony would be near the confluence of the Rhone and the Saône rivers. The general was important enough to have the settlement named after him. He also has a mausoleum in his honor back in Italy. Here's a scaled replica of it within this museum. Take time to stop and figure out the other dioramas and models. It helps me better understand what was here 2,000 years ago as I walk the area.
Les siècles suivants sont marqués par l'émergence du christianisme, grâce au récit de la persécution de 177.
This working model I found particularly interesting as it showed the incredible engineering that was used to build the theater and also how to operate it. As you walk through the museum from the top floors to the bottom, you'll get an understanding of what life was like in this city over the centuries. This institution covers multiple eras throughout Lyon's history. Most of what you'll see will be Roman. Signs next to some of the exhibits guide you through an audio tour if you're interested. Here's a depiction of Bacchus and Ariadne. Information is in French and in English. Artifacts range from marble and bronze sculptures, military weapons and armor, all the way to Roman coins. Items on display were discovered throughout the local area. this is a museum to visit. And here's Bacchus again. You know something is going well if Bacchus keeps appearing. Heading outside, plan on spending time wandering through the large and small theaters. You're free to walk across the stage, climb the stairs, and explore the multiple alcoves that were once the inner workings of these venues. In the 2nd century, around 50,000 people lived in this city. The larger of the two theaters at one time held around 10,000 spectators. There are performances here today that I was told hold around 3,000 attendees. When you're in town, be sure to see if performances are happening.
Wow, it's a nice view up here.
Here's the smaller of the two theaters. This one is the Odeon. It held up to about 3,000 people.
Moi, je connaissais bien Lyon, et du coup, j'y allais un peu partout, mais bon, je le kiffe pas de ouf.
Ouais,
Et
ouais.
ça va faire une date.
If you're heading over to the Basilica like we did, remember that you can take the funicular back down to Old Lyon from there. Otherwise, just head back to the stop I showed you earlier.
That's pretty cool.
On your trip through the mountain, be sure to look out the car's window. There are faces that will peer in at you.
See the Roman ruins in the wall?
They're advertisements for the museum, and they sure did get my attention. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe as I'll be adding more videos from France shortly.